Hello guys, Rollback1 here coming at you with a new Yu-Gi-Oh video along with Charmander in the background as always, and in today's Yu-Gi-Oh video we are going to be looking at some cards that have been released over the last few days. Now, sadly I have been very busy recently and unable to actually make videos on these cards, so I thought, hey, seeing as the Marincess support was released today, seeing as we had new Dark Magician support released the other day, and seeing as we had new Dogmatika support released the other day as well, I would actually sit down, because I've got some time, and make a video looking at these cards, talking about them, and see how good they are. So, guys, without further ado, we're going to take a look at these cards, see how good they are, and hopefully they're good, because honestly, this Dark Magician card looks really cool, and I'm really hoping it's a good card, because, well, one, it's an effect monster, two, it looks like Dark Magician's grandson or something has taken up the mantle of the Dark Magician, or now the White Magician, and we're gonna see what these cards do. So without further ado, let's get into it, let's look at these cards and see how good they are. So let's begin. So this is Chronicle Magician. Behold the Grand Magician who has overseen an era of history. Okay, so this is a level 7 Dark Spellcaster effect monster, 2500 attack, 2500 defense. Stronger in defense than Dark Magician, so that's cool. First effect, if a monster with 2500 attack / or defense is normal or special summoned to your field, you can special summon the card from your hand in defense position. Okay, so you special summon Dark Magician, you special summon this from your hand, and it gives you rank 7 access. Not bad at all. It's not the best card, and it's actually generic for every single 2500 attack point monster in the game, so that's not hard to summon outside of that, and that's pretty interesting. So what's its second effect though? If this card is special summoned, you can target one Dark Magician or Blue Eyes White Dragon you control. It gains 2500 attack / defense until the end of this turn. So he's not only Dark Magician fanboy, but he's taken up the mantle of the white robes and has the blue hair. So he's also the Blue Eyes White Dragon fanboy. Okay, the card isn't amazing. I'll be honest, the card is good, don't get me wrong. Being a free special summon of level 7 in Dark Magicians is pretty decent. There are better cards that you could play, but this is a card in general isn't bad. But in all honesty, it's not the best card in the game. It's like not gonna break Dark Magician or anything. Sure, you can make Dark Magician or Blue Eyes White Dragon like 5500 or 5k. So there's that, but honestly, it's not doing much outside of that though, so yeah, it's a decent card, but not the best, It's alright though. Going on to the Dogmatika support, so we finally have the Priestess Girl who was on the trap card in the game now as an actual playable card. It looks like she's gone through some necrotic stuff because there are skeletons behind her. Those look like skeletons. Wow, okay. The Dogmatika city has really become a hellhole. Wow. Wow, the Despia really are taking its toll on this place. And who's that? That's not her, that's someone else. Is that, I think that would be the Maximus? I think that's Maximus when he turns into the Despia, but I'm not sure. Let's see what this card does though. These cards do. So we've got a ritual spell and an actual ritual monster. So, level 4 light spellcaster, its name is White Exalted of Dogmatika. Okay. Level 4 spellcaster ritual, 500 attack, 2500 defense. Okay, level 4, we've already been over that. Why is it doubled it there? You can ritual summon this card with Dogmatika Ebri. You can only use the third effect of this card's name once per turn. Okay, so what's it actually do though? If this card is ritual summoned, you can target 2 face-up monsters on the field. One of them gains attack equal to the others. Okay, so you can target an opponent's monster and your own monster to make your monster bigger than theirs, so it's not a terrible effect. It's not a good effect, but it's not a terrible effect. Okay. Second effect, your level 5 or higher Dogmatika monsters cannot be destroyed by battle. Alright. Again, not amazing, not bad, but interesting. Like, battle protection is always interesting, and seeing as this can protect stuff like Fleur-de-Lis, Maximus, it's not terrible. And third effect, if a monster is special summoned from your opponent's extra deck, you can look at your opponent's extra deck, and if you do, send one monster from it to the graveyard. I mean, okay, it's not bad. Like, honestly, it's not the best. Like, don't get me wrong, like, your opponent has to special summon from the extra deck, and then you can, if they summon like a Verti or something, you can send their Dragoons, but honestly, they would probably just clear this before that, so I don't know, this isn't very good for a Dogmatika card. Honestly, the only set and wave of Dogmatika cards that has been actually good for Dogmatika is the first wave of support, and there hasn't really been anything good since then. So I was kind of hoping that this ritual monster would actually be, well, good. But hey, I guess Konami has other ideas, but let's see what this ritual spell does, I guess. So it is Dogmatika Bray. Okay, so this card can be used to ritual summon any Dogmatika ritual monster. You can only activate one card of this class name per turn. First effect, ritual summon one Dogmatika ritual monster from your hand or graveyard by tributing monsters from your hand, field, or or banishing fusion or synchro monsters from your graveyard. Okay, so pretty much the idea behind this is that you would go ahead and send Herald of Arclight to go ahead and get Ecclesia. Then the Herald of Arclight would trigger getting you the ritual monster or this. Well, if you use Nadir 7, you can get both of them with this card. And then you just go ahead and banish the Herald of Arclight and then go instantly into this. So not bad, it's very easy to get to with Nadir's Servant, so that's a pretty good plus, whose total level equal or exceed the level of the ritual monster you ritual summon. Then if both White Knight of Dogmatika and White Exalted of Dogmatika on the field, you can look at either extra deck, and if you do, send one monster from it to the graveyard. Okay, so the idea behind this ritual spell is you need the armor, and you also need Exalted, so the new ritual monster up here, to actually be able to gain all the benefits of this card. Now, obviously, this isn't a bad card. This is actually a very decent ritual spell because you can go ahead and just banish the monster that you sent to graveyard with Nadir's Servant to go ahead and ritual summon the lovely Exalted here. But in all honesty, I don't think these cards are going to help Dogmatika whatsoever, so there's not really much to have to say about it. Like, honestly, this is just a send to graveyard. If your opponent goes ahead and special summons from the extra deck, it can technically be bigger than any monster your opponent controls, as long as it can target the monster. And also, it does give you protection for your level 8 or higher monsters, but in all honesty, it's not that great outside of it. And the ritual spell, the fact that you have to have both the White Knight of Dogmatika and the White Exalted of Dogmatika on the board doesn't help the case of this deck whatsoever. Like, honestly, if this card said if you controlled either White Knight of Dogmatika or the White Exalted of Dogmatika, and then you can send one card from your opponent's extra to the graveyard, this card would be pretty good, because it would give you that additional benefit of actually wanting to use the ritual monsters to go ahead and do things with the deck. But because it doesn't really give you any benefits, or doesn't really do anything outside of that unless you control both the White Knight of Dogmatika or the White Exalted of Dogmatika, the card isn't very good. So yeah, sadly the card is weaker than it should have been in my opinion. It could have been a lot better if you just controlled either the White Knight or the White Exalted, but Konami chose not to, and honestly the ritual monsters, they're not gonna do anything for Dogmatika in my opinion. So yeah, first wave of Dogmatika is still the best wave of Dogmatika so far. So let's actually go on to the newest cards that we're going to be talking about now though. The new Marincess cards, Blue Angels deck from the end of Yu-Gi-Oh! Reigns. Let's see what Konami have actually made, let's see how good it is, and hopefully Konami have made some bangers for this deck, because honestly, it's always been one of those OTK decks that hasn't really done well in the game, and I'm hoping Konami have released some good support, because the only really good thing that I remember is the level 4 that kind of like sends something to graveyard, and then can excavate the top 3 if it's used as link material. Like, that's the only good card I remember in the entire Marincess deck. So let's actually go in and see what we've got here. So Marincess Springale, level 4, 1200 attack, Cyburst, Water Effect, 1000 defense. First effect, you can banish one Marincess monster from your graveyard, special summon this card from your hand. It's a free special summon, that's never a bad thing. Second effect, if this card is sent to the graveyard as material for a water link monster, you can send this card from the top of your deck to the graveyard you can send cards from the top of your deck to the graveyard equal to the number of Marincess monsters you control, then inflict 200 points of damage to your opponent for each Marincess card sent to the graveyard by this effect. I mean, it's a free special summon, which isn't a bad thing, but the sending to grave part, I'm not too sure on. Like, don't get me wrong, the deck does have ways to recycle graveyard very easily, and that's why the deck kind of did well when it was first came out, and when it got the level 4 that's a Foolish Burial and stuff, but I don't know how good that is going to be, so I don't know, like, it's not the best, but being able to just send stuff to the graveyard is always a good thing, and milling the top cards, I guess you could technically use this with something like Lightsworn as well, if you ever wanted to like make a Marincess Lightsworn hybrid. So not bad there, not bad. Like, it's got potential, I'm saying, but it's not the best, because, like, what is it? If this card is sent to the graveyard by a material for a water link monster, you can send cards from the top of your library, of the top of your deck, to the graveyard equal to the number of Marincess monsters you control. So, pretty much, you could just go link this, mill 1 for the link monster, I guess, if you ever just want that 1 mill. I don't know. Like, it's not the best, but it might have potential. It might have potential. Let's see what else we got here, though. So, level 5. Okay, Marincess Sleepy Maiden. She kind of, she's sleepy in her dress with her veil that looks like a fin, okay. 500 attack, 2500 defense. First effect, you can target one Marincess card you control, special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, it gains this effect. That target cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects while this card is in the monster zone. Okay, so it's another free special summon, so it being level 5 means absolutely nothing, so that's fine. Like, anything that's just a free special summon is always going to be somewhat decent, so that's actually nice right there. And it also does give protection as well, which is kind of nice too, so not bad, not bad. Free special summon that also gives protection, never a bad thing. Second effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Marincess Link monster you control. Equip one Marincess Link monster from your graveyard to that target. Okay, that's actually really good because the field spell requires the Link monsters have equipped Marincesses to them to actually gain more effects and more benefits out of their own effects. So that's pretty good. That's actually a pretty good effect. Like, this card isn't bad for the deck whatsoever. Might even help with the OTK strategy a bit. And a new Link 4. Okay, what we got here? So Marincess Aqua Argonaut. Link 4, Cyber's Water Effect, 2300 attack, top, bottom, left, right, link arrows, and 2+ water monsters. So it's generic. It's a generic water link. Okay, but what does it do? So, first effect, your opponent's monsters cannot attack other monsters while this card is in the extra monster zone. Okay, so pretty much you just equip a ton of Marincesses to this and make it a big boy, or big girl, as I should say, and then your opponent has to attack it. Okay, interesting. Second effect, you can target one water monster you control and one card your opponent controls, return them to the hand. Okay, and it's removal. Like, that's never a bad thing, especially seeing as in Marincess, there's a lot of ways to special summon your Marincess monsters. Hence, like, you've got the Sleepy Maiden here, and the lovely Marincess Spring Girl right here as well, which are just free special summons in general. Really good there as well. Nice, not a bad second effect. What's the third effect? When a spell/trap card or effect is activated on the field during your opponent's turn, quick effect, you can special summon one Marincess monster equipped to this card, and if you do, negate that effect. Okay, this is actually really good. This gives Marincess a turn 1 play. Like, honestly, that's really, really good. Like, this card is just free removal, which is always really, really decent in the game. Like, having removal of any kind is always nice. Its third effect, just being a free spell and trap negation, is honestly really good because it means that you could just special summon one of your equipped monsters that you might have equipped through, I don't know, your Sleepy Maiden right here, or the field spell, or something along those lines, and then just go ahead and negate the spell and trap card's activation. So if your opponent activates something like Pop Prosperity, Called by the Grave, like Reinforcements of the Army, any generic search card or draw card in the game, then this card just prevents it. So that's actually a really, really good card right there. Good job on that one, Konami. Not bad. And we've got a spell card here as well, which is Marincess Dive. Okay, and what does this do? So, first effect, activate one of these card effects, but you cannot special monsters for the rest of this turn after this card resolves, except water monsters. Okay, so it locks you in. Target one non-link monster in your graveyard, special summon it. So you get to target a non-link Marincess monster in your graveyard and just special summon it. Monster Reborn. I'm stuttering a bit, I'm sorry. Second effect. If Marincess Battle Ocean is in your field spell zone, special summon one Marincess monster from your deck. Okay, I'm pretty sure the field spell is searchable through a link monster, so this is essentially a hero lives for Marincess. Okay, great card, 10 out of 10. Like, honestly, just go ahead and search your field spell, because I'm pretty sure that's actually the one, the girl there is the link monster that actually searches the field spell, is in the deck, and you can just go ahead and search the field spell, activate this, special summon any Marincess, this lovely little lady right here, the one that's a Foolish Burial / a Escalate top 3, and just go into all your Marincess plays. Like, wow, that's actually really, really strong. Maybe Marincess will outpace Mermail. I don't know. Like, honestly, it's surprising to see Konami make something like this for Marincess. Like, wow, that's actually surprising. Just a hero lives from Marincess. Pretty good. And we've got a trap card as well, which is Marincess Circulation. Normal trap. If you control a link 3 or higher Marincess monster, you can activate this card from your hand. Most Marincess cards are hand traps, so it's not a surprise to me to see another trap that is also a hand trap. So first effect, target 1 water link monster you control, return it to the extra deck, and if you do, special summon 1 Marincess link monster from your extra deck with the same link rating but a different name. But this turn, it cannot attack directly, also it cannot be destroyed by battle. This is treated as a link summon. Okay, so it's basically mask change or form change for Marincess. So, okay, form change for Marincess. Interesting. Don't know how good it will be, but we'll see. Marincess Bubble Ring. Hey, it's the lovely heart. I forgot, it's like Aqua Heart or something. I forgot the name of the card, okay? I haven't played Marincess in God knows how long. So, normal trap card, first effect. When a monster declares an attack, negate that attack, and if you do, special summon 1 Marincess Crystal Heart from your extra deck. Okay, so it's Crystal Heart. See, I forgot it, but we got it here, so it's fine. So pretty much just negate an attack and special summon the Crystal Heart from your extra deck, like, or graveyard. Not bad, free special summon. Second effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard and target 1 link 2 or higher Marincess link monster you control. This turn, its maximum number of attacks per battle equals... Wait, what? Its number of attacks per battle phase equals its link rating, but your opponent takes no battle damage from it. Okay, battles involving it. I was about to say for a second there, like, wait, what? Did my brain slightly read ahead and I was like, what? Like, that's why my brain started for a minute, but wow. Okay, so the whole point of this is that you equip a ton of monsters, you boost your big monsters, say you're boosting the lovely new Argonaut up here, and then you just go ahead and give it like 4 attacks and then just beat down your opponent's entire board and then just go for OTK with another link monster. And also if you do use, for instance, this, you can't attack directly with it, but actually no, it doesn't work. I was thinking maybe you could form change it out, but it can't attack directly, so it doesn't mean anything there. But this is not a bad card whatsoever. Just give it a ton of attacks and gets through stuff like that. Like, honestly, these Marincess cards are pretty decent. Like, you've got form change here, which is pretty decent. You've got, like, tons of attacks, which is nice, and it can even special summon your Marincess Crystal Heart, which I believe has a lot of relevance with the field spells, but I can't remember correctly. You've got a Hero Lives for literally Marincess, which is insane. You've got this broken card, which is just spell and trap negation, free removal / recyclability, and your opponent can't attack anything but it. And then you've just got 2 free special summons, which are pretty decent. So, guys, Konami have made a lot of good cards. Like, you've got reprints here. This is the card that I was talking about. This is a recyclability, Crystal Heart there. Like, you've got a lot of different stuff in the Marincess deck that could potentially happen. I might actually test Marincess again, because seeing the support actually does make me want to try the deck again, I'm not gonna lie. But guys, that's actually all I have to say for this video though. Every one of these cards are pretty decent. Like, the Dogmatika stuff isn't the best. I don't think it'll actually be used. Like, they should have changed a few things there. The new Dark Magician / Blue Eyes card should have been a lot better, I think, if it was just like, okay, yeah, you special summoned 2500 attack defense, you special summon it, but I only boost by 2500 attack and defense, but that's not the best, so maybe you could have changed something else there. Maybe say, oh, you can reveal it a Dark Magician, or you can reveal a Blue Eyes and then just get to special summon it from your hand. Something like Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon, for instance. And then if it's a Blue Eyes, you reveal it's level 8, and if it's a Dark Magician, it's level 7, so yada yada yada. But yeah, like, these cards are all very interesting. The Marincess are especially good, like having literally a Hero Lives, having a new negate link monster that you can just go into that's just really, really big at times, having protection monsters like this, and just being able to banish it to equip any card from the graveyard to make your Marincesses bigger. I honestly think all of this support is really, really cool. But guys, what do you actually think of this support? Do you think this support is good? Do you think these cards are good? Do you think this new Dark Magician / Blue Eyes card is good? Do you think this Dogmatika support is better than I say? Honestly, the Ritual Spell is garbage. The Link Monster, it could have been so much better. The Ritual Monster really could have been so much better. But yeah, and what do you actually think of the new Marincess support? I personally think it's really, really good. It might boost the deck to maybe a tier 2 standing. We'll have to see what happens. But yeah, guys, that is all I actually have to say for this video. I hope you did enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the links in the description below. And I will see you guys in the next one. Robot1 signing out. Honestly, some really cool cards right here. I wish I talked about them sooner. Later all.